And we begin tonight with new developments in the paternity case involving a former Bachelor contestant. Laura Owens filed a paternity suit against Clayton Eckerd, but this week she was indicted for fraud by the Maricopa County Attorney's Office. Good evening and thanks so much for joining us. For 12 News at 10, I'm Kirby Devine.
I'm Mark Curtis. Owens is accused of altering an ultrasound image, lying under oath, and fabricating a pregnancy video as part of her alleged scheme.
12 News journalist Bianca Bono sat down with Eckerd today to get his reaction to the indictment.
Just pure relief and excitement.
That was Clayton Eckerd's reaction when he found out that the woman who officials say faked a pregnancy and alleged he was the father was indicted.
I always held out hope that it was going to, I'd see this day. I always kind of felt it was going to happen.
In May of 2023, Eckerd, the star of season 26 of The Bachelor, shared intimate moments with Laura Owens, but says the two did not have sexual intercourse. Still, Owens told him she was pregnant with twins. Eckerd didn't believe her claims, but she filed a paternity suit and went public with her accusations. Eckerd said it ruined his life at the time.
I was completely, taken advantage of by this woman, and now thankfully the script has been completely rewritten.
Owens then said she had a miscarriage, but the family court judge ruled that Owens knowingly presented a false claim, calling for a criminal investigation, which Eckerd assisted in, providing detectives with his laptop.
It was a waiting game for me as well.
Now the waiting is over after a grand jury has indicted Owens on 7 felony charges, including fraud, forgery, perjury, and tampering with physical evidence.
The county attorney, that is about as scary as it gets. I mean, you're a couple decisions away from serious jail time.
The county attorney's office says Owens went to extreme lengths to manipulate Eckerd, claiming she altered an ultrasound image, lied under oath, and fabricated a pregnancy video. Eckerd sharing that video with 12 News.
They actually took that video and then was able to match it up with a YouTube video from like 7 or 8 years ago of an actual pregnant woman's ultrasound.
Somebody else's video that she claimed to be hers.
Yes.
In response to the indictment, Owens published a lengthy statement saying she was stunned, maintaining her belief that she was actually pregnant and had a miscarriage, saying, quote, "These charges appear to be the product of intense public pressure, not impartial judgment."
Her best chance right now is apologizing and taking a plea.
As for Eckerd, the battle he's been fighting for 2 years is now in the hands of prosecutors.
Does this feel like a chapter is closing for you?
I think this is one chapter's closing, but another one's opening. I truthfully believe that this journey was meant for me, and the amount of resilience it's given me, and what it's done, it's just bigger than me. So I really do feel that there's another chapter coming. What that looks like, I don't know, but I know I didn't go through this by accident.
Bianca Bono, 12 News.
Bianca, thanks. New at 10, a new report from the Marine Corps is laying out the factors that led to a deadly helicopter crash that killed 5 service members last year. One of the Marines killed that night was 23-year-old Sergeant Alec Langan. He was from Chandler. An investigation report says that the crash was ultimately caused by pilot error, but it adds that the use of night vision goggles and unsafe flying conditions also likely played a role. The CH-53 Super Stallion crashed last February during a late-night flight when it hit a mountain near Pine Valley, California.
This week, the Tempe mom convicted of killing her kids was taken to the Perryville Women's Prison in Goodyear, where she'll spend the rest of her life behind bars. But tonight, we want to bring the focus back to her 2 kids who were students in Chandler at the time that they were killed. 12 News journalist Erica Stapleton takes us to their school where they have been honored in a big way.
It's a lesson no kid should ever have to learn.
The first thing I think of is just how much we miss them.
But at Kyrene Del Cielo Elementary School, it came in 2021 when 5th grader Mia and 2nd grader Kai were murdered at their home by their mother.
I think the loss for our 5th graders with Mia was more difficult because they had a little bit better understanding of how permanent death is. But I think for Kai, being in 2nd grade, the younger children didn't understand it as much.
Their mother, Kai Inaway, was sentenced to life in prison last week after the kid's former principal made the impact clear to the judge.
Although they were both children, I want this court to know that their short lives mattered.
Back at their school,
We wanted to do something to memorialize the students. But to
current
do
principal
something
Kristen
special,
Kingsland.
Because school really was a wonderful place for them. They loved being here at school.
A mural,
Mia loved cats.
keeping the focus on the kids,
Kai always wore his red sneakers, no matter what outfit he had on.
not just the lives lost, but the lives they had.
Mia and Kai were an absolute delight. They were two of the most polite, friendly, kind-hearted, bright, intelligent children.
Their own artwork.
And then the other ones over there, one from Mia and one from Kai. Both the children loved art class.
Vibrant, just like the kids were.
I think it just really means to us
In Chandler,
that we just want to have positive memories of the kids.
Erica Stapleton, 12 News.
It's such a beautiful mural. Erica, thank you. One of 4 Valley teenagers accused of attacking another teen at Desert Ridge Marketplace pleaded not guilty in court today. Phoenix police say the attack happened on a Saturday night in early April. The assault on the 15-year-old victim was caught on camera. The teen in court today is the only suspect charged as an adult. Court records show that he already has a criminal history in juvenile court, and it was his parole officer who identified him in the video. The other 3 teens suspects are being charged in juvenile court.
And of course, that's just one of many cases of teen violence that we've covered across the valley. In an effort to stop the violence, Arizona lawmakers have passed Prestons Law. The bill is created after the tragic death of Preston Lord, a 16-year-old who was brutally and fatally beaten by a group of teens outside a Halloween party back in 2023. Prestons Law would increase penalties for those who commit violent crimes in groups, upgrading assault to aggravated assault if a person is aided by 2 or more people, making the crime a Class 4 felony. House legislators gave the bill final approval yesterday. It's now on its way to the governor's desk.
New at 10, a beloved basketball coach in the East Valley is on a long road to recovery. In the middle of practice last month, he suffered a rare brain bleed that put him in the hospital for weeks. Tonight, 12 News journalist Chase Golightly spoke with him and his team about that day. And Chase is joining us now live outside the Arizona Athletic Grounds in Mesa with what motivated him to get back on the court. Chase?
Kirby, as you mentioned, it was just a regular practice for Coach Maurice Kirby and his team at these facilities right behind me when all of a sudden, out of nowhere, his life changed. Everyone needs a good coach.
Come off against me, you got it.
For these East Valley players, Maurice Kirby, or Coach Mo as they call him, is the best of the best.
Phil!
Coach Mo means a lot. Known him since 4th grade. A really good guy. He's always had my back.
He's a great person. I mean, he's always there for us.
Kirby has been coaching for 5 years now. After playing professional basketball overseas, he came back to the States to share his love of the game with others, finding a passion with coaching.
For me, man, coaching is just about giving back to the community. I just love giving back to the kids, like being able to coach them and teach them and see the growth, see them improve on their skills. Actually brings me joy.
Then last month, it was a normal practice with his team at the Arizona Athletic Grounds when Coach Mo started to not feel well.
I just had a really bad headache. This felt like it was just something that was a little bit uncommon, a little bit different from what I've been normally experiencing.
Sophomore Riley Dirksen was at that practice and remembers seeing her coach go to the ground.
And we all just got very worried at that point. We all stayed. And it was just very tragic, and we weren't quite understanding what was happening.
Kirby was rushed to the hospital. His fiancee, Riley Kosis, was at home making dinner when she got the call.
My stomach turned inside itself, and next thing I know, I'm putting him into a helicopter to get airlifted to the next hospital.
It turns out it was more serious than they thought. Kirby suffered a serious brain bleed that put him in the ICU for nearly 2 weeks.
My first initial thought was like, this can't be real. There's something that came out of nowhere, man. They did all the tests and they were like, we can't track why it happened.
One thing on his mind, getting back to his team.
He was missing them so much.
Through support from his doctors and loved ones, Kirby was getting better every day. Then just this week, he stepped back onto the court.
Walked in and had tears in my eyes, man. Like, I think you never really know how serious those medical things are.
He wasn't the only one who had a few tears that day.
I was so happy just to see him getting out of that hospital bed.
And seeing him in here was amazing. I mean, all of us were so happy to see him.
It just shows that he's a fighter and definitely that he's out here getting back to do what he loves again.
Kirby is still going through physical therapy and needs a walker to help him move around.
Right now we're trying to take it slow, try to take it one day at a time.
But says nothing is going to stop him from being there for his team.
So I tell the girls, like, we just keep stacking days, right? So the ability to come in here and work every day, the ability for me to wake up every moment and just realize, like, I'm here for a purpose today and that there's work that has to be done, like, that's what we have to do.
1, 2, 3, 5!
16's begun.
Coach Mo told me that they still don't know what led to this brain bleed, and doctors also told him they don't know if it's going to happen again, but the community has really rallied around him, setting up a GoFundMe account to raise money for those medical bills, and you can actually find that link on our website, 12news.com. We're live in Mesa. Chase Golightly, 12 News.
All right, Chase. It's so cute to see his team
I
supporting
know.
him and showing so much concern.
His athletes love him.
Yeah, they do. Glad to see he's on the road to recovery. All right, Chase, thank you.